Good morning everyone. So today's job is I need to get the calves that are in the shed there. I'm going to put them out onto grass now. They are ready, the weather's good, so we need to get them out. You can hear them because I haven't fed them this morning, so they are a little bit hungry, which is what I want because hopefully they're going to follow me. However, I need to take this mob to the cow shed first because they are well overdue for a drench, so they're going to have that today. I haven't fed them either, so they should follow me alright. Come on, diggy. Give it a bit of a shake. I hope I have enough. There's not much in here, but they don't need a lot. I've set the gun to about 7 mils. You always drench for the heaviest. It's only 1 mil per 10 kilos of live weight. I think there's probably some in here that might be pushing 60 to 70, so we'll drench to that heaviest one of 70. That's it, come on. That's it, come on. Come on, that's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. All done. It wasn't a job that was going to take very long, but it is good to get that done. They're supposed to be drenched, I think it's after they've been out on grass for 3 weeks, and these have been out longer than that, and that's why they sort of need it, and we're a little bit overdue, but it's good to get them in it now. But what I'm going to do is just go through them, because there's 45 in this mob, and I think there's 48 teats around the feeder. But they're getting a little bit too big. The calves are getting a little bit too wide, and they're not fitting around there very well. So I'm going to go through them now and just pull out probably 8 to 10 of the smaller calves, something like this. See, it's a little bit smaller than the rest. That one, and calves like that. And they can join the mob down the bottom there. There's 24 in the shed. So if I pull out a 10, that'll make about 35 down there, and then there'll be about 35 up here. So the mobs will be roughly even. Right. Who's first? One. I've pulled out 7 so far, so I've only got 3 to go. So what I'm doing is just walking through them and taking the smallest one out each time, and it should leave me with a pretty good line. See, something like that calf there, maybe that could come out. Actually, no, that one right there, I'll take her. Drafted 10 out there, so there's 35 left in this mob now, which will be about perfect. And they should just follow me to their new paddock. Come on, gillies, come on! That makes it so much easier now. They can all fit around there nicely, but you see here, see there's 2 calves and there's actually a spare teat in the middle there, so to get another calf in there it was getting pretty tricky, whereas now it just makes it, yeah, so much easier. They're all fed. I've given them some more meal and hay. They're all happy now, and they look a lot better once they get a tummy full of milk in them. I've just caught up with Dad. He's letting the 10 up there go, so they should come down and hopefully follow the feeder down to the bottom. He's also going to give me a hand to get the one in the shed down there. We'll get the ones in the shed out into the paddock. It might be a little bit tricky because they haven't sort of run around before, and I was hoping that these ones might sort of calm them down a little bit if I can. Well, they'll follow the feeder, so the other calves might hopefully follow these ones. That's my plan anyway. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll try. Right, here we go. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try. Come on, diggy, come on. That's a new one. There's a couple that were inside. Come on, Dad, come on. Come on, diggy. Well, some of them have followed. Not many, there might be 6 or 7, and the rest are up there, but oh, here. Come on, diggy. Come on in. Come on. Come on, diggy. That's it. Come on. Just hopefully they know how to stop. There's a few here. I don't know how many. There's still one on the feed pad, and it looks like there's a couple still up there. But we're getting there. These are the last 3 escapees. Hopefully they'll follow me with the feeder. Maybe not. There we go. That's all the calves. They're all on the feed pad or in the paddock now. There we go, they're all in the paddock. Just the next thing's to get them to feed off the feeder. So I might have to leave it a couple of hours for them to sort of run around and get all the energy out, and they might come and start suckling. Some of these calves were in the shed, some of them have picked it up right away. There is quite a few that have been sucking on it. There's probably about 10 that haven't. One of the other things that's probably confusing them a little bit is that this is a stallion calf feeder, and the ones that they're used to is a milk bar one, and the teats are different. So it's probably a little bit new to them. They will pick it up, like as more and more of these calves start to suck, the other ones will see what they're doing and get used to it. If they don't get a good feed today, like there's a lot of grass out here, I'll give them meal and hay, so there is food around, and then they hopefully should start sucking tomorrow, or they should all be on the milk tomorrow, hopefully, but we'll see how it goes. Feels so good to have these pens cleared, and they actually stayed pretty clean. Like they could have stayed in there for a lot longer. The sawdust is real clean. I usually use wood chip, but I'll definitely be using that sawdust again. It just did so much better. One other thing we really need to do is fence this paddock up. So there was a hedge that ran up there. We pulled it out a couple of years ago, but I want to fence it into 2. So up here, this would be a calf paddock, and then below the pond there, that would be a calf paddock down there. It's just nice and handy. Be easy to get the calves out of the shed into a calf paddock, and then I've also got a couple that I can rotate them around. So there'd be one, I do every 2 days, so there'd be 1 paddock, 2 paddock, 3 paddock, and ideally a couple more would be good. I'd make them netting fences too, just I think they're good around calf paddocks. They're pretty happy now, settled way down. They're not running around quite as much. They were getting into that hay before too. I drove past and they were they were hoeing into that hay. I'm just giving them some meal as well, so they'll be pretty happy. Heaps of grass in here for them. It's such a beautiful day to get them outside too. It's been so windy, but it's sort of died down in the last couple of days. There's a little bit of rain on the way in the weekend. I think today's Wednesday, which we actually probably need. So the tables have turned from we were getting too much rain to not enough now. See, it happens like that. We're never quite happy, but it is good at the moment. Grass is growing, but that'll pretty much do it for this video, guys. These calves are certainly pretty happy, and they will all drink in the morning, I reckon. I don't think there was that many that missed out. There might have been a couple. They sort of all had a go, but apart from that, give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome, and I'll see you next time. It's a little bit foggy this morning, but all these calves are drinking really well. They all came up to the feeder. There's one back there, but she's not hungry. She's got a big full tummy, so it should be pretty easy now. Like I said, they do pick it up pretty quickly. But one other cool thing that happened this morning is we had our last cow calve. So calving for 2023 is officially over now, and in general it was a pretty good calving actually. Like it was over about 11 weeks, I think, from start of calving, the start date from around about the 17th of July till now, it's just under 11 weeks, which isn't too bad. I want to get under 10, but that's not too bad. And the cow that's just calved, she's been the only one that we've been waiting for the last week. We probably pulled maybe 4 to 5 calves. We had the vet out twice, and I did have 2 down cows. That was after they'd calved. A couple of days after they calved, they went down. I just had one the other day, but a bag in them, and they got up sweet as. So other than that, haven't had any other issues. We thought it was going to be quite difficult going into it because it was just so wet, but once we sort of started, it dried up. We did have a couple of big rainfall events through it, but it was a lot better than we thought it was going to be. But that will wrap it up. See you next time.